started as an ordinary night. Another sold-out Taylor Swift concert at an undisclosed exclusive venue. The fans were buzzing with excitement, unaware that this show was not like the others. Taylor had received a mysterious invitation to perform at a private, historic theater in New Orleans, a venue that supposedly hadn't hosted a concert in over 100 years. The letter had no sender, just an elegantly scrawled note. One last show, just for them. Curious, and always up for a challenge, Taylor accepted. As she arrived, the theater loomed like a relic from another time. Its grand chandeliers flickered weakly, and the air smelled of old wood, dust, and something faintly metallic, like rust. Backstage, her band felt uneasy. The dressing room mirrors reflected things they shouldn't. Taylor caught glimpses of herself moving when she was standing still, her reflection smiling when she wasn't. Still, the show must go on. She stepped onto the stage, bathed in golden light, and was met with a roaring audience, thousands of them, dressed in strange, old-fashioned clothing. Some wore dresses from the 1800s, others in suits that looked centuries old. She hesitated. Something about them felt off. Their expressions were too wide, their claps too synchronized. Still, she began to sing. The moment she hit the first note, the theater shook. A loud, creaking sound echoed as the chandeliers above began swaying violently. The audience's eyes gleamed in the flickering lights, and their smiles widened, too wide. Halfway through the second song, she noticed something terrifying. The front row was filled with faces she recognized. Not fans, but celebrities, singers, musicians, all of whom had died decades ago. Elvis Presley, Amy Winehouse, Kurt Cobain, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson. All of them were sitting, watching her with blank, unblinking eyes. And then she understood. This wasn't just a concert, this was a performance for the dead. Panic surged through her as she tried to stop singing, but her voice kept going. She wasn't singing anymore. Something else was controlling her. The ghostly audience cheered louder. The air turned ice cold. Shadows stretched unnaturally around her, pulling at her feet. Then she saw it. At the very back of the theater, an empty seat. The only one left. And on it, a name was engraved. Taylor Swift. She dropped the microphone, gasping. The lights flickered violently, and the audience began chanting. Their voices merged into one. One of us, one of us, one of us. The stage beneath her split open, revealing a dark void. Something pulled her down, hands made of shadow, grasping, clawing. She screamed as she was dragged into the darkness. And then, the next morning, reports flooded the internet. Taylor Swift's secret concert disappears. No fans can remember attending. The theater was gone. No one could find it. No ticket stubs, no recordings, no proof the concert had ever happened. But that night, somewhere in the world, on an old radio frequency that no one tuned into anymore, a voice began to sing. A voice that sounded exactly like Taylor Swift. But the song, no one had ever heard it before.